Practical Research 1. Nature of Inquiry and Research. What is research? Research is conducted to evaluate the validity of a hypothesis or an interpretive framework, to assemble a body of substantive knowledge and findings for sharing them in appropriate manners, and to generate questions for further inquiries. Research is defined as the creation of new knowledge and/or the use of existing knowledge in a new and creative way so as to generate new concepts, methodologies and understandings. This could include synthesis and analysis of previous research to the extent that it leads to new and creative outcomes, IBID. It is therefore simplified as the systematic search for pertinent information on a specific topic or problem. Here are some research quotes that will inspire you to finish your project and tasks. 1. The more important reason is that the research itself provides an important long-run perspective on the issues that we face on a day-to-day basis. Ben Bernanke. 2. Research is what I'm doing when I don't know what I'm doing. Wernher von Braun. 3. Research is formalized curiosity. It is poking and prying with a purpose. Zora Neale Hurston. 4. In much of society, research means to investigate something you did not know or understand. Neil Armstrong. 5. I believe in innovation and that the way you get innovation is you fund research and you learn the basic facts. Bill Gates. 6. Research is creating new knowledge. Neil Armstrong. 7. Research is about engaging in a conversation with a brand. Matthew Rhodes. The importance of research. The primary goal of research is to explore and gain an understanding of human behavior and social life, and thereby gain a greater control over them. Likewise, to satisfy one's curiosity, a person should pursue a research activity in seeking additional or new knowledge and providing useful information in the form of verifiable data, IBID. Research is one way of delivering one's self from the burden of doubts and skepticism, IBID. Research has become a way of life. Research is very important. Ethics of research. Conducting research requires responsibility and a sense of value. Researchers must abide and be committed to the highest standards of integrity in doing research. Ethical research must always be employed. Knowing answers for the societal problems is not just enough if the researchers will not consider the respondents and society. In doing research, all researchers must abide with the intellectual property rights or the IPR. What are these IPRs? Intellectual property rights are the rights given to persons over the creations of their minds. They usually give the creator an exclusive right over the use of his, her creation for a certain period of time, IBID. The IPRs are customarily divided into domain areas, copyright and rights related to copyright and industrial property rights. Copyrights are the rights of authors of literary and artistic works, such as books and other writings, musical compositions, paintings, sculpture, computer programs and films, are protected by copyright, for a minimum period of 50 years after the death of the author. Also protected through copyright and related, sometimes referred to as neighboring, rights are the rights of performers, for example actors, singers and musicians, producers of phonograms, sound recordings, and broadcasting organizations, IBID. The main social purpose of protection of copyright and related rights is to encourage and reward creative work, IBID. Industrial property rights can be characterized as the protection of distinctive signs, in particular trademarks, which distinguish the goods or services of one undertaking from those of other undertakings, and geographical indications which identify a good as originating in a place where a given characteristic of the good is essentially attributable to its geographical origin. The protection of such distinctive signs aims to stimulate and ensure fair competition and to protect consumers, by enabling them to make informed choices between various goods and services, IBID. The protection may last indefinitely, provided the sign in question continues to be distinctive, IBID. Moreover, other types of industrial property are protected primarily to stimulate innovation, design and the creation of technology. In this category fall inventions, protected by patents, industrial designs and trade secrets, IBID. Here in our country, Philippines, we have this Republic Act No. 8293, otherwise known as an act prescribing the Intellectual Property Code and establishing the Intellectual Property Office, providing for its powers and functions and for other purposes. With this existing law, we should be reminded that we need to protect our own talents and skills as we also value and protect other people's intellectual property rights. Aside from adhering to the intellectual property rights, the researchers must also protect their sources of information, more so if the researchers will employ or use the minors or children as their subject of research. They should seek the permission from the parents of these minors who will be subjected be respondents of every research. Likewise, the researchers should know what format they are going to use before they start writing their research. Like if they will follow the American Psychological Association or the APA style or format in referencing. We usually adapt the APA format, and the most recent is the APA style 7th edition. Different kinds of research. A. According to application of research methods. 1. Pure research. It is also called basic research or fundamental research that aims to discover basic truth and principles intended to add to the body of scientific knowledge. 2. Applied research. It involves seeking new applications of scientific knowledge to the solution of a problem. B. Based on purpose of the research. 1. Descriptive research. Define or give a verbal portrayal or picture of a person, thing, event, group, situation. 2. Correlational research, shows relationships or connectedness of two factors, circumstances, or agents called variables that affect the research. 3. Explanatory research, elaborates or explains not just the reasons behind the relationship of two factors, but also the ways by which such relationship exists. 4. Exploratory research, to find out how reasonable or possible it is to conduct a research study on a certain topic. 5. Action research. It is a decision-oriented research involving the application of the steps of scientific method in response to immediate need to improve existing practices. C. According to venue. 1. Library research. Research done in the library where answer to specific questions or problems of the study are available. 2. Field research. Research is conducted in a natural setting where no changes are made in the environment. 3. Laboratory research. Research is conducted in artificial or controlled conditions by isolating the study in rigorously specified and operationalized area. D. According to type of data. 1. Quantitative research. Research that utilizes numerical method of measuring or ascertaining the variable. It uses an objective method of measuring the variable and data are treated using statistical tools. 2. Qualitative research. Research that do not utilize numerical data but instead data are presented through elaborate word descriptions of what is observed. Interpretation and analysis rely on the researcher's personal judgment and critical analysis of the event, condition, or behavior observed under investigations. This is usually utilized with case studies. E. According to procedure and techniques. 1. Historical research. Research which is the accumulation of facts in relation to a particular time sequence to determine whether or what certain events in history happened. 2. Descriptive research. It includes all studies that purport to present facts concerning the nature and status of anything. It is concerned with condition of relationships that exist, practices that prevail, beliefs and processes that are going on, felt influences and developing trends. 3. Experimental method. It is a problem-solving approach of research that describes what will be when certain variables are carefully controlled or manipulated. It is the technique of discovering information by means of experimentation. Comparison of qualitative versus quantitative research. Point of comparison: qualitative, quantitative. The end.